For the GPAC post-game press conference, we have head coach Paula Krueger and student-athlete Alayna Benike from Northern State University. The Wolves are advancing to the semifinals of the 2025 NSIC women's basketball tournament after their quarterfinal win over Sioux Falls. Start off with an opening statement from head coach and then open it up for questions. Coach?
Well, first I want to give props to Sioux Falls and to Coach Traphagen and those kids because they play so hard and they've got a nice mix of being able to shoot the three. And then obviously with an inside presence like Cammie, that's it's kind of a pick your poison. And we decided that we feel like we can trade twos with just about anybody, but we probably can't trade threes with anybody. So we were going to give Cammie hers and do everything we could to eliminate the three-point line. And today it worked. You know, if you look at that and you see Cammie had 31 or 32 points, whatever it was. But if you go down the rest of it, we did what we needed to do to put ourselves in a situation to win the game. And that's hard to do. It's hard to watch somebody go one-on-one and want to stay out on the perimeter and guard the three-point line. That's a tough challenge, and I thought, for the most part, our kids did a great job at
that. For Alayna, you guys talked about getting this infamous win here at the Pentagon. You know, your crew has been down here and you played games here. So what was the team's prep heading into the game, and then how does this feel?
Our prep kind of was the same as normal, but we've had a chip on our shoulder because, like me, Rio, Maddie Morgan, a lot of them, like we haven't made it past the quarterfinals in the last 2 years we've been here, and we were like this, like we need to do it this year. So kind of just with that mentality going into every practice, like this is our last shot, like we got this. So.
Who put that sticker on the bracket?
Ree.
All right. I couldn't tell. You guys just like took off running.
If you had $1 for every time I heard him say this week, put a sticker up. I just want to put a sticker up. We're going to put the sticker up.
We haven't got to. We didn't know what it felt like, and we always saw the videos of everyone else. It was fun.
It's amazing what slapping that sticker on a board does. I mean, they literally every day. That's what I heard.
Coach, what was the conversation like coming into today's game? Obviously, Alayna alluded to it there, just not getting past the quarterfinals. So what was that mentality? What was that conversation like with your team, getting them prepped so you can move on to the semifinals?
You know, honestly, we didn't really talk a ton about it being anything different other than everybody's 0-0, and it's a one game at a time, but now there's no tomorrow. You can't say, well, we'll get better at it tomorrow, because if you don't get better at it today, for a lot of teams, there isn't a tomorrow, and I took one day of practice, and I brought the trophy in from 2017, and I sat it on the floor, and we just had to talk about what's it going to take to bring one of these home yourself. And to do that, you got to win the first game. If you don't win the first one, you might as well just get on the bus and head home. So that was really it. Otherwise, we just prepped like we would any other time. We took maybe an extra day off just to try and rest our bodies a little bit because we're pretty short when it comes to injuries and we're banged up a little bit, so we took a little extra time.
Alayna, being a senior on the squad and obviously a leader on your squad as well, what was the conversation like for you as a leader, even going into halftime and in the locker room and stuff, to come back out, have a really good second half as well, and then continue on?
Yeah, throughout the year, we're kind of notorious for coming out a little bit slow. So we're kind of just like, let's go. Like, we have this lead. Let's extend it. It's going to be no less than this. So we kind of we're really just pumping each other up at halftime, like trying to get in the mindset, like, we are going and taking this. Like, there's no second guessing, like, the score. We are winning. So.
Alayna, you mentioned about putting that sticker up. Both of you have. How did it feel to finally be a part of a team to do it?
It was good. It was really, really good. Yeah.
What went into the win today? You guys played them really close in both of the regular season games, but created a little more separation this time.
Yeah, they're a dang good team, and they shoot threes like no other. So our thing was just really take away the three-point line, and we thought we could give ourselves a good chance. And in the last couple games, like, they got a couple off, and we worked on, obviously, our game plan to let Cammie have hers, and I think it just kind of extended it when they can't get their three-point shots up.
Coach, the balanced scoring for you guys, all 5 starters in double figures. What went into the offensive side of the game? You talked a lot about defense, but what about the offensive side?
You know, I really don't say much about offense. I kind of let them do their thing. Obviously, we're blessed right now with Rio and Maddie on pick and rolls. Rihanna's just so good at pick and roll stuff, and she's able to find the right people. But we pick and rolled a ton when those two were in there. When they weren't, we went to some 5-out stuff. And Alayna's got the ability to score on multiple levels, and I know she's been putting a little bit of extra pressure on herself because she had a string of games where the ball wasn't going in the hoop. I don't know if you guys watched, but when she missed her first 2 threes, you could see her. She gave herself kind of one of those, and then she didn't stop. And she's been in the gym every day. Last week after we won on Saturday, she called me on Sunday, Coach, do you know if the gym is open right now? When everybody else was trying to take a break. And so I trust them all to make good decisions with the ball and to know where it goes. But I really credit a lot of that to having a floor general that just controls the tempo of the game, and that's not to take away at all from the kids that, that make the shots. But if Rio's not making shots, she's finding the person that's going to make the shot, and she's just, the game is so slow in her mind right now. And it takes a big person to knock down those shots, to receive the pass and know that they need to make shots. And I really felt like Alayna knocked down some big ones. She's got some size that helps her against smaller guards to be able to get some people on her back and do some things in the paint. She just is really, really versatile, and I've told her that every year that she's been here, that her versatility is her greatest strength, her greatest attribute. And today she was able to show that. And of all the games that we've played in, I can venture a guess and say that this one probably means just a little bit more to AB than some of the others have.
The Northern State fans showed up. It was loud. It was fun. How do you guys take that momentum from your crowd, obviously this win, into that semifinal game now on Monday?
Go ahead, AB.
They help so much. They literally bring walks to the Pentagon. Like, it feels no different. And I don't even know if they realize how much that helps us, even on big shots or when there are other teams starting to take a lead and they get up. Like, it helps us so much. So, yeah, definitely going to need them tomorrow morning at 11. So.
I've always said, and this is 20-plus years I've spent at Northern in one shape or another as an assistant, a player, and now a head coach. And Northern travels like no place I've ever been, nobody I've ever coached for. And all it literally takes is a couple tweets or a word of mouth, and you'll get people carpooling to be here, and they'll show up in droves, and it's incredible. I mean, there just really is nothing like Wolves country, and it extends so far, and I don't have words for it. Thank you doesn't seem like quite enough, but I'll thank them all over and over and over again, because Wolf Nation, without you, we're not where we're at. That's for sure.
Coach, Alayna, thank you for your time. Good luck in the semifinals, and appreciate it.
Thanks.